I didn't really know Billy Noble. I mean, I did meet him once at Comic-Con in Tallahassee. I never been to one of those things. I asked my friend Ava to go with me. She didn't even know who Billy Noble was. I didn't want to wait in and be one of those kooks waiting in line. So we stood in the back and just watched him. Oh, he was so nice. He smiled at each one of them and asked them a question, and his eyes didn't leave theirs until he got their answers. That was Billy Noble. That was the real Billy Noble to me. Well, his line petered out and he tucked up behind a curtain, and Ava and I, well, we went to the Hotel Duval to get something to eat, and there he was, Billy Noble, sitting at the bar having a whiskey. And Ava's like, isn't that him? And I'm like, yeah, that is Billy Noble. And she's like, well, you got to go over there. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to bother him. But I did bunch up the courage, and I wanted to tell him what a fan I was, and that, I wanted to thank him for coming all the way down to Tallahassee to meet us. And I walk over and he looks up at me and he says, fuck off. I'm like, what? Ava asked me how it went, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to tell her the truth because, Ava, she would get all up in his face. I mean, Ava, well, she's the type of girl, if somebody were to give her a shot of tequila, then, we'd all end up going to jail. So I lied and said he was so nice and that he asked me where I was from. But inside, I felt like dirt. When you're a fan of somebody like Billy Noble, you can't help but wonder, if you did have a conversation with him, how would it go? You never in a million years think that he's going to say to you, fuck off. But, after some time, I found it in my heart to forgive him because I knew it was the booze talking. I mean, he couldn't have played all those roles in all those movies and been so great if there hadn't been some part of him who was still in there, who was sweet, somewhere behind the booze. He had to have still been in there.